Welcome to Business as a Magical Practice, where your business is the vehicle for your self-integration and soul evolution. My name is Sam Garcia, and I'm the founder of Dirty Alchemy Digital Marketing. And I'll be guiding you through how you can use your business as a spiritual practice and what magical businesses are doing to hit their goals and change the world. Together, we'll be relating the mystical to the world of business so that our work can unite spirit and matter, shadow and light, conscious and unconscious. Let's dive in. Hi, everyone. Happy belated Valentine's Day, since I'm actually recording this in real time. But today I wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind a lot recently and like all the time. Because here at Dirty Alchemy, we're gearing up to launch some big courses for our clients over the next few months, and our specialty is launching courses for clients. And we're also in the midst of our own program launch, the Alchemical Business Intensive, which you have probably heard me talking about on this very podcast recently. So what I wanted to talk to you about today is the difference between an ego launch and a soul launch. And this isn't something I hear people talking about a lot, even in the spiritual, magical, and self-help space for online businesses. Particularly on social media like Instagram, we hear so much from people talking about the big flashy things that come out of their launches, like 6-figure months or hundreds of new clients and customers. But what we don't hear about as much is the actual launch process itself. And if you're just going by Instagram, you might sometimes be scratching your head wondering how some people seem to actually be thriving throughout their launches. They're really tuned into their business, ecstatic about their customers, and just totally in the zone. And before we dive in, and for all of those who don't really know what I mean by a launch at all, go back and check out episode 4 of this podcast, the 8 phases you need for a NUMINOUS online launch. We break down the basic energetics of an online launch or just about any project in your business. And the word NUMINOUS in there is intentional because yes, it is based on nature's cycles, the cycles of the moon, and it respects both the expansion and contraction sides of life and our human bodies. Anyways, for anyone who has launched in the past, so you know what I'm talking about with launches, you probably know that launches can be insanely stressful because they're this huge time of transformation for you and your business. And your focused actions are around selling, which is uncomfortable for lots of people. But what most people don't know, even people who have launched programs and memberships before, is that your launch is never going to look like another business's. It can't, and it shouldn't. So if you ever catch yourself thinking, I wish my launch could be just like insert business you totally fangirl over here. Stop that. Your launch plan is as unique as your program is, as unique as you are, as unique as your customers are. You really don't want to fall into the trap of thinking there's a right way to market or a right way to launch. It doesn't serve you, your business, or the world to follow a path that doesn't resonate with you just because it worked for someone else. Instead, follow the flow of your program, the energy of your ideal customers, and your gut feelings. As the CEO of your business, as a leader, and as a visionary, that's your job. So let's talk about what this actually looks like and how it plays out in real time. Basically, there are 2 kinds of launches: ego launches and soul launches. Ego launches come from that desire to do what you've seen other people doing successfully. It's the idea that we can use proven formulas, quote unquote, proven formulas to manufacture success. Like, if I just build a funnel this exact way and put this exact amount of money into ads, I'll be golden. If I just create this membership because I see other people doing memberships and they're totally successful, and if I just charge this price like this other person, and if I whatever. Or that all you have to do is make your audience feel a certain way to make them buy something. And most marketers telling you to do this are really telling you to focus on your customers' pain points. Remind them about all the ways they're sad or broken without you. AKA, they're going to walk away feeling bad about themselves, and you were going to walk away feeling sleazy. And you've probably seen this around. I know a lot of my clients initially come to me saying, I don't trust, I don't enjoy marketing because it makes me feel sleazy. That is ego-based marketing. And it so doesn't have to be that way. If you look back at our interview with Amy Lorbati of Witch Bitch Whore in episode 17, we talk a lot about the difference between bro marketing and hoe marketing. And in a way, that's what we're talking about here. The idea that someone standing in front of a yacht with khakis on and a big bag of cash, like rolling out hundreds, can tell you exactly what you need to do to speak to your audience. You already know the answer to that. No. What actually ends up happening when you follow these proven formulas is that you make your launches way more complicated than they need to be, usually with fancy tech and gadgets and a bunch of other shit you don't even really know how to use. But you heard someone talk about it on a podcast, so you think your launch has to be that way, be done this way, or on a webinar. And yes, a lot of bro marketing is based on the newest technology and always trying to innovate, new, more, when at the end of the day, marketing is really just about one thing: the relationship between you and your audience, which is the relationship between two humans. And no amount of fancy tech elements are going to build that for you. You have to do it through your messaging, your online persona, your energy, your branding. So with ego-based launching, you create a marketing plan, maybe even one you copied from watching someone else's launch. And then you stick to it no matter what. No matter what. And if something comes up where your program isn't selling as well as you thought it would, or something isn't resonating with your audience, you just write it out because you're following a proven formula. It's worked for other people, so it has to work for you, right? Maybe it just needs more time. But then you aren't at your goal towards the end of your launch, or maybe not even close to your goal. So you get deflated and give up. You want to burn down your business. You totally lose faith, not just in your business, but also who you are, your sole purpose, your mission in the world. These used to mean everything to you, but now you're wondering if you were wrong just because not enough people bought your offer. This is your brain on an ego launch. And not only can it make you feel icky and lose sales and lose the trust of your audience, but it's also really easy to feel rejected and dejected when you follow the proven formula and you don't see the success that was promised to you. But there is another way to launch, a way better way. And going back to the ego launch, you can build a successful business with bro marketing. You can make a lot of money with bro marketing, but you most likely will feel disconnected from your business in the process because you aren't following your intuition. You aren't following the creative impulse coming out of you. You're not following the whispers from the soul of your business on how to do things and how to do things your way. Right? When you're following a proven formula written out by someone else, there can be a lot of life that's taken out of the process. A lot of art and beauty and creativity taken out of the process, which ultimately is the reason why we're doing our business, right? Like, of course, we have these messages we want to share with people. Of course, we want to make money and change the world. But it's also about the journey there, you guys. It's about the fact that your life is a work of art and your business is a part of that life. So it also should be a work of art. And that is something that comes from like the deep core of your being. Okay. So on to our better way. A soul launch is when you tune into your audience and follow your gut and your inspiration about how to attract the right people and inspire them to sign up. This goes back to what we were saying about building a relationship with your audience and your ideal clients. If you want to be able to intuitively tune in to what they want, you have to know who they are. You have to have a real relationship with them where you are totally enchanted by them and they're totally in love with you too. And for more on enchanting your audience, check out episode 6 of the podcast, How to Enchant Your Audience and Put Them Under Your Spell. We'll link to it in the show notes. So let's talk about how to launch from your soul instead of your ego. A soul launch is all about doing what really excites you. It's about following your gut and having your finger on the pulse of your business so that you know what's working and what isn't working for your audience. It's about always asking yourself how you could better communicate to your people so that they understand how life-changing, transformational, amazing your program is. And it is about your actual state of being in the creation process and in the launch process. For the most part, especially if you are marketing to highly sensitive people, which if you're in the self-help, spiritual, magical space, there's a good chance that a good portion of your audience are highly sensitive people. They can tune into you. They can. They really can. So your actual state of being is so important during the launch process. So your beliefs, your energy, when you're writing, when you're delivering a webinar, when you're creating launch material matters a lot because they can tune into it. And yes, it is also about believing in your offer. Believing that it is exceptional and extraordinary and life-changing and a no-brainer. I probably don't have to tell you this as a magical business owner, as a spiritual business owner, but you have to believe that what you are putting on the table is what your audience needs. You have to believe it's going to completely transform them and change their lives. You have to be able to pull up a person from your audience in your head and actually think, yes, they need to sign up. This is what they need. In reference to your program. If you're just doing something to make a quick buck or hit your next income level, which is something I see a lot in the ego-based marketing space, like how to get your first 10K month. Well, you're going to realize pretty quickly that it's not working. If you don't believe in what you're doing, how could you expect anyone else to? Maybe you know your mission in life is to deeply touch your people's lives with your business. Now you have to commit to doing your part to get your offer out to the people who would benefit from it. Give yourself over to a greater good. Maybe we won't use the word good here. Give yourself over to a greater power where you are a tool to help others realize their true worth, become happier, spiritually ascend, connect with their desires or the cosmos or their destiny, whatever your program is. You are the channel to bring that powerful energy into the world. You are the channel to bring about the destiny of the soul of your business. One more thing that I want to add here is that mindset work should be an important part of any soul-based launch. I know that if you don't have a support team, then launches can make you feel like you don't have any time in the day. But mindset work is going to actually transform your launch and make it more successful. It's not something you can put off until you have more time. It's a key component as the business owner. So double down on it and believe that launches can be fun and easy. And I promise, because I know this probably sounds crazy to a lot of people who have launched before, and the idea of fun is nowhere in their vocabulary during a launch, but I promise that it is possible. I've helped businesses have launches that are smooth and effortless and just completely enjoyable, where the business owner is confused about what to do in a launch because pretty much everything is taken care of for them. But you have to believe that it's possible, and you have to be in that space in order to allow your launch to be that way. This is what opens up the space within you for the thoughts and inspired actions that can allow that to be a reality. Yes. And yes, there are obviously things that help with launching no matter what. Having a group of people that you communicate with on a regular basis helps no matter what. Working on your messaging and copywriting so that your people are turned on by what you say helps no matter what. Being very clear on what juicy transformation the program provides helps no matter what. But the way that all of that is displayed will be ignited when it comes through you as the leader of your mission, as the visionary CEO of your business, as the example that your shit works. So if you're listening to this and wondering what actionable steps you can start taking to make your next launch feel like it's coming straight from your soul and to make it fun and enjoyable instead of a stressed out mess, I invite you to apply to the Alchemical Business Intensive. Yes, it's a program that is open right now. And it's actually focusing on offers and marketing and launching is going to be a key component in the Alchemical Business Intensive. So I'll be helping 10 spiritual business owners either develop or perfect their perfect program that they can continue to offer for years to come. And once they have their perfectly aligned offer for both themselves and their business, we're going to talk about how you can build your team and create systems in your business so that your launches are actually fun and efficient, because efficiency equals profit. To take a lot of work off your plate and allow you to relax into it. And you're going to be a part of a community of other like-minded CEOs who have been where you are before and can support you in sharing your soul purpose with the world. So if you always feel like you're drowning during a launch, or you have launch PTSD and you find yourself never wanting to launch again, go to thedirtyalchemy.com/ABI and click the link in the show notes to learn more about the Alchemical Business Intensive. And I have been helping 6- and 7-figure businesses make their launches more in the flow for years. So I'm really excited to be able to teach this to other badass women entrepreneurs and help them make a huge impact with their businesses, because the energy you put into launching comes back to you, obviously. And telling yourself you never want to launch again when your business relies on launching is just not going to get you anywhere. You need to create the systems in your business. You need to create the team in your business. You need to create the actual structures within your business so that the launches can happen with or without your input, so you can be there and it's just the mindset side of things for you. So if this sounds like you, I hope you'll allow yourself to do your soul work and enjoy launching again. And of course, if you're called, if it resonates, if you're curious, head over to thedirtyalchemy.com/ABI and learn more about the Alchemical Business Intensive.